Gothic Line Armory. Today I wanted to talk a bit more about some of the last topics I talked about, and as terminology on optics, and one in particular, and how it actually pertains to the quality of an optic. That term you might hear about is people say, how well does an optic track? Now, maybe you've done something in the shotgun field, and maybe you're thinking tracking is how well you can follow an object as you're shooting it. That has nothing to do with that. So on this rifle here we have an Athlon. It's the Midas TAC 525 by 56, and excellent value optic, and I wanted to use it as an example of tracking. So and tracking and how it pertains to quality. So when you get into the higher end optic, and we use these for precision shooting, as we talked about last time, you have your turret caps, and they're set up for you to dial your elevation and your windage. So as we've talked about, typically you mostly will dial for your elevation. Windage, you'll leave it at your 0 and usually just use a hold for windage, but you could use your windage adjustment to adjust for windage, and that's part of your tracking. So what we talk about and what we're meaning with tracking is as you make your adjustments for your elevation, in this case, something that may have come from your ballistic app, or you've got a Kestrel that you're using, you make your adjustment. Now you're aiming on your target, and you're hopefully going to have that first round hit. So that the tracking comes into play with the quality of what's inside these optics, and it kind of goes two ways. So one would be the ability to make your adjustment as noted by your ballistic application, and then that adjustment is accurately moved within your optic. So if you wanted to go and you needed 1 mil of adjustment for the distance you're shooting at, you put it at 1 mil, you aim on, boom, your round is impacting exactly where you are intending it to. That's half of the part of tracking. The other part is when you come back to 0, and let's say you've zeroed at 100 yards, such as this rifle, you aim on at that center mark, and you hit, you shoot, and your round impacts right back at 0 again. So tracking is the ability for the accuracy of the mechanism inside your optic to accurately make your adjustments and then bring you back to your 0. So these are things that when you're looking at the cost of an optic and you're wondering why some of those higher end ones like we sell would be like your Minox ZP5, the Zero Compromise, we're in the 4,000 or 5,000 range. Well, that's part of the reason. What's inside? They track extremely well. They're very repeatable. The clicks are very pronounced. There's a robust system in there. That's where you get where the quality starts coming in with that dollar value of optic. So yeah, that's it. One of the reasons why I wanted to bring in the Athlon into this video today is when it starts coming to cost versus quality, the Athlon really does punch above its weight as far as its price point versus what it's delivering. So if you can't really get into a Minox or something of that range, definitely the Athlon is something you should be looking at. It's something we carry. They're not on the website yet, but definitely you can give us a holler or drop us a line, and we can hook you up with a lot of options from these guys. Great product. So yeah, that's a quick one today on optics, terminology, what it means, and how it pertains to quality. So yeah, drop us a line. Look us up at gothiclinearmory.ca.